Hey everyone, Derrick Hines here. Welcome to the podcast where I'll share with you the patterns, insights, research, and technologies that we use in my own pain and performance practice to help people improve their health, speed their healing, and increase their longevity. Thanks for listening. I hope you enjoy it. Good day, my friends. Welcome to the Pain and Performance Podcast. I hope you are doing fantastic. I'm Dr. Derrick Hines, the host and the founder of Acadiana Pain and Performance and Hero Health, where we integrate the latest research, technology, and the best treatment to help our patients heal faster and live healthier. And that's what we try and do here, is give you the tools and the knowledge to live healthier in all aspects. Feeling better, healing better, more energy, and better brain health. Today, I am talking about how to build a stronger brain. There was a really cool research study that came out called the Tenacious Brain. And if you look up the Tenacious Brain, you'll find that study where it breaks down something called the anterior mid-cingulate cortex. I know that's a mouthful. What does that mean? The anterior mid-cingulate cortex is the part of your brain that gives you resilience, the ability to do hard things. Now, here's the interesting part of that. When we study people such as Navy SEALs, professional athletes, many of them have very well developed anterior mid-cingulate cortex areas, meaning that their brain can get them to do these difficult things very, very well. It's been practiced so that area develops. Now, the other thing that got very interesting was when we looked at these super-agers, these people who live very, very functionally into their 90s and become centenarians to their hundreds. These people also have quite well developed anterior mid-cingulate cortex. So what that tells us a little bit is this is a very important area of our brain of allowing us to continue to do healthy things, even if we kind of don't want to. Think about eating healthy. Think about exercising. Think about cold exposure, heat exposure. Any of these things that you're kind of like on the surface, they're not very comfortable. I really wouldn't choose to do them for feeling good in the moment, but they do provide very good benefits after. The main thing is that if you do challenging or uncomfortable tasks like ice baths, cold exposure, cryotherapy, resisting temptation, finding like a trigger that you can do very regularly, physically or mentally. So I give my example. During the winter, I'm in South Louisiana, so it's not very cold all year round. But during the winter, my water gets cold enough that it challenges me to turn the water cold. At the end of all of my showers, I do a little bit of breathing and I turn the water all the way cold. When I get to that point, I always want to tell myself, you don't need to do this. And the trigger that I've built in my mind is if I tell myself I don't need to do it, that is the sign that I have to do it today. And so I take my breath, turn the water cold, try and regulate breathing, let the water hit the back of my neck, and spend my 3 minutes there, and then I'm done. And every time I finish that, it's like, yes, I did it. I didn't want to do it. The studies shows that if we do these things and we have a regular trigger for it, that we can grow our AMCC, our anterior mid-cingulate cortex, with these regular, challenging, or slightly uncomfortable tasks. That's really exciting because it does show, like, if you have always thought of yourself as not having discipline or not being resilient and not being able to overcome challenges, these studies tell us you can build that part of your brain to have a stronger, more disciplined brain, and that actually translates to a healthier, longer life that you can use and maintain. And I think this goes to Jerzy Gregorek, who we have on the podcast. And one of his statements is, if you have hard choices and you make hard choices, you'll have an easy life. If you take easy choices If you take the easy path, then you will have a hard life. And I think that this shows us that's proven in research. So here's my challenge to you today. What is that small challenge that you can bring into your life that's physically or mentally challenging that you can do regularly? We got to do it regularly or it's not going to make major changes. So over the next month, is that taking the last 3 minutes of your shower and turning the water cold? Is that making sure that you spend 5 minutes working out every morning, whether that's doing sit-ups or push-ups or walking or jumping jacks or whatever you need to do, even if it's not going to the gym? Is it that you're going to say no to sweets? Are you going to do some intermittent fasting? As a caveat, I think this is one of the reasons we see significant benefits with intermittent fasting is that it does help tap into a little bit of this brain health because you're having to say no more throughout the day as a side. But try to think of a trigger, of a challenging trigger for yourself that you can use to start to develop your anterior mid-cingulate cortex, and you will be healthier for it. So I want to hear from y'all. Reach out to me and tell me what your brain training resilience activity is going to be. How are you going to start building a stronger, more disciplined brain through some of these studies? So check out the Tenacious Brain. I thought it was a really cool study. We can all use that in our lives to get healthier, make a little stronger brain function. So I hope that helps. Share this with some friends. The podcast always is continuing to grow, and we're putting some really cool guests on the show. And that just happens because y'all are talking to people. And whenever people reach out to us to get on the show, they have heard great things, and it continues to have more and more downloads, and reviews do everything. If you've never reviewed the show, please click on whatever app you're listening to and leave us a review. It means the world to me that this gives you some power to improve your life and your health. And I just want to do that for more people. That's why we do these things. So have a great day, everybody. I'll see you tomorrow.